Hello guys, this is the Creators Lodge and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. Now guys, in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to create an online wedding ivy that is as beautiful as this and as professional as this. Now we are keeping it cool, we're keeping it simple, but we're keeping it professional. Alright, this is the Creators Lodge. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please do well to like this video, do well to subscribe, and don't forget to turn on the notification button so that when next I drop a tutorial video like this, YouTube will notify you. Okay guys, now as usual, the size for this design is 3000 by 3500. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to bring in the background from my gallery. Alright guys, so this is the background I used, so I'm going to mark this and increase the size this way guys, and then I'm going to lock this layer. Okay, now the next thing is to import our image. Okay guys, so I've removed the background of this image. Now I'm going to just zoom in this way. Okay, I'm going to zoom in this way and I'm going to bring this down this way and I'm going to lock this layer. Now this is centralized. All right, make sure it's centralized. Now the next thing I want to do is to create shape. All right, create my gradient overlay. I'm just going to make this transparent. All right, make this color the color of the lady. All right, make it this color like this. I'm going to click OK and I have something like this. Let's choose a different color. All right, so let's choose this color. Let's choose a different color. Yeah, I don't want it to be too bright. That's why I'm choosing the dark tone. All right, I'm choosing the dark tone of that color. So I'm going to reduce this overlay this way, and I'm going to bring it down here, and I'm going to lock the layer. Now the next thing you want to do guys is to write you are invited to R. All right, just follow me guys. You are invited to R. Now guys, after writing this, I'm just going to click OK and then we choose our font. Now for the font I'm going to be using is the Catalyst font. Alright, the Catalyst Genetic font. Alright, and I'm going to change this to color black. Alright, and I have something like this. Now just centralize this. Now take this up a little bit like this. We still need to move the couple's image down a bit. Alright, and then we'll also move the gradient down. Alright, like this. Now guys, the next thing I'm going to do is to copy this and I'm going to write wedding ceremony. Like I said, this is a cool, simple but classic design. Alright, now I'm going to choose a font and I'm going to pick the Gangitem. Alright, let's pick that again. So I'm going to pick the Gangitem font. Okay, and we have something like this, and then we centralize this way, increase the size a little bit. All right, move this up a little bit and also move this up a little bit. All right, so you have something like this. Let's reduce this. You are invited to my I think it's a bit, so let's reduce this size this way, and then I centralize this way, and I have something like this guys. Now the next thing you want to do is to bring in the ribbon shape, the cutting rather. So I'm going to bring that from my gallery. Now this is the cutting guys. I'm going to erase this. Now guys, if you notice, I'm trying as much as possible to ensure that there is a color consistency on this design, of which I encourage every graphic designer to do. I'm going to change the hue of this ribbon, this cutting. I'm going to make it the hue to look to have a color that is on this design. All right, so you can't leave your hue like this as blue. There's no blue on this design, so why are you playing with blue? What is blue doing here? Color combination matters a lot. Looking at our design, we already have about 3 colors. Look at the skin tone, that's it, one color. Look at the background, that's another color. There's white, that's another color, even though it's a neutral. Black, also a neutral color, but it's still color. And then look at the I think this is pink now that we used. All right, so we have colors here, so you don't want to pick another color that's different from this. Your design will start having a reflection that is not really cool. All right, so that is the reason why we need to work on the hue of this cotton or this silk. Now I just have to move this way until I get the perfect hue for this design. So guys, can you see that once you move, you are going to get a hue? All right, so you see I have a hue of 87. Let's see, I have a hue of 82. So you can see, guys, I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to copy this again, rotate this way. Now the essence of this is to give the design beauty. All right, because someone might decide to ask, why are you using this silk on your design? The essence of this is to beautify the design, nothing more than this. Now I would like to move down the gradient again. All right, the reason why I'm using gradient is because I don't want the bottom, of this design to just be plain, like this. I want it to have like the blend of the background also. So that's the reason why I'm using a gradient. All right, now the next thing you want to do is to write the couple's name. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'll still need to reduce the size of this couple. Okay, so let's reduce the size. Still need to reduce the size like this. Yeah, so let's make it like this first. If there's need for adjustment, we'll work on that. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do is to create shape. I'm going to reduce this shape this way. All right, I'm going to reduce this shape this way, have something like this, and then I'm going to mark it this way, and then I'm just going to rotate by 3. Now someone else, another designer can decide to place it this way, but the reason why I want to rotate is because I want something a bit unique. So I'm going to rotate by 3, so I have something like this. I just want something a bit different. I don't want a bit different from the norms. I'm going to make this color this way. Can you see this, guys? So I'm going to make this color like this, and then let's see the color again. Yeah, and then I'm going to copy this again, copy this, rotate by 3, but you are going to do a -3 now. You're not going to do a +3. All right, we want to do the clockwise rotation so that we can have something like this. All right, so we have something like this, but now if you notice, it's still showing like it's just one shape. The two of them is blended together. So what I need to do is to add shadow to this to make that distinctive feel. So I want to make it a bit distinct. All right, so I'll add shadow, my offset to be about 12, and then I'll increase my blurriness, and then I'm going to reduce the opacity of the shadow to something like this. I'm going to click OK and mark this. Can you see this, guys? Now the shadow is still too much for me. I'm going to click on shadow again, and I'm going to reduce the opacity like this, and then I have something like this. Now can you see this, guys? Can you see this, guys? Can you see? Now the next thing I want to do is to copy the text for this wedding ceremony, and then I'm just going to write Tolu. Alright, I'm going to write Tolu and I'm going to write Dio. Now the reason why there's no much details on this design is because, like we said, this is an online wedding ivy. So an online wedding ivy is just an ivy you post online to show awareness that something is about to happen. You don't really want much details to be on the wedding, on the ivy. All right, you don't really want details like couple's parents' name, couple's state of origin, the toast, stuff like that. You don't really want the full details. All right, you just want to create an awareness that these people, they are going to do something at this particular date. All right, so that's an online wedding ivy. All right, and usually online wedding ivies are not really printed. It's the print wedding ivy that are printed out. So I'm going to click on color, and I'm going to choose this color. Now can you see that I carefully picked my color? Now if you notice, this color is a bit rhyming with the ladies feeling, ladies type of color. Ladies love pink and purple. All right, but if you notice, this color is going well with the ladies kind of color. All right, so this is the color. I carefully picked the color from the background. Guys. Okay, I carefully pick the color from the background. Now I'm going to mark this. I'm going to increase this size like this, and I'm also going to rotate this by 3. Remember that our shape is rotated, so I have to rotate this by 3. All right, and let me just reduce the size of this shape a little bit like this. All right, so we increase this way, and remember the alignment is left alignment. All right, left alignment. So let's increase this a little bit, and then we centralize this way, and then we move up. All right, now you have something like this. Now I'm going to click on shape, make cycle. We want to write the and, but we don't just want to write the and together with we want to create something distinct. So I'll click on color, choose the same color I used for the couple's name. That's the same color I want to use for the and. I'm going to bring this down this way. Now I'm just going to try and see. Okay, I wanted to use my meter rule, but let me just try and gauge this with my eyes, and then I'll just move this way. I just want to try and get that the cycle is aligned with. What I'm trying to achieve is that alignment between the cycle and the lady's name. Can you see that? So that's what I want to achieve. So having achieved that, you copy the text for Tolu and Dayo, and then you write and then I'm using this form of and. All right, so you write this and then you get something stylish like this. All right, so I'm going to bring it down here. All right, I'm going to bring it down here, reduce the size. Yeah, obviously you need to change the color, so I need to change the color to the color of the shape, so you have something like this, guys. So you can also change the color to black if you want. Now notice something, guys. The stroke of this font we are using, this Dangitem, the strokes of this font, the outlines is quite tiny. So if you want to make your text a little bit visible, you click on stroke, enable stroke, change the color of the stroke to the color of the text, and then you reduce the stroke to 0 or you reduce the stroke to 1. But usually 1 is too much for me, so I reduce the stroke to 0. All right, so even if you put the stroke at 0, there will still be, the reflection of the stroke. So it's better than you just leaving it without the stroke. All right, the same thing I'll do for the and. I'll click on stroke, enable stroke, change the color of the stroke to the color of and then I'll change to 0, so that I have something like this, and then I'll centralize it inside of the cycle. You don't just place it anywhere, you make sure it's centralized. These ones are moving about, so I'll still reduce the shape of the cycle. The cycle is still big. Yeah, so let's reduce the shape like this and make it aligned with the Tolu. Okay, then I'll bring down the and. All right, so I'll bring down the and. Yeah, then I have something like this. Yeah, and then I have something like that, and I'm good to go. Now the last thing we want to do is to write the date. All right, the date. So I'll change this color to this. All right, change the rotation to 0. Remember we did the rotation of 3, so I'm going to change the rotation to 0, and then I'm just going to write the date. All right, yeah, so I'm going to click OK. Now I'm just going to change this color to black, so that we don't really have too much of pink, so I'm going to change to black. Yeah, so I have something distinctive like this, and then you just reduce the size this way. So let's use our alignment, our grid, to make sure that nothing is going out of, so you can see we love this. So I'll just leave it here like this, and then you have something like this. Now you don't need to be increasing the size of the wedding ceremony so that the wedding ceremony will touch the we touch this metal room. No, it's not really necessary. You just leave it this way. As long as you have this, you are cool. All right, and you are good to go. Now with this, you are done with the design in the Pixellab application. Now the next thing you need to do is to just save the design and import it in the Lightroom application, so that you can enhance the design. All right, so the next thing you want to do is to enhance the design, and then now when you enhance the design, I'm going to show you something, guys. Now let's zoom in this picture. This picture looks blurry. When you enhance the design, it's still going to look blurry. Now I corrected this blurry making use of the application called Remini. Now guys, if you are familiar with my channel, and if you have watched the first wedding ivy design I did, of which I'm going to be attaching the link to that video in this video description, so please check the video description for that video. Now if you watched that tutorial, you will see how I used Remini to enhance. All right, I'm also going to be attaching, you see I used Remini to enhance the image such that the image looked sharp. It didn't look blurry. All right, I also did that in one of the birthday flag design I did for Reverend Mrs. Dina Osai. All right, I also used Remini to enhance images. When your images look blurry and you want them to look sharp, the face, you can do that with Remini. All right, but it doesn't work for all images. So after enhancing this in the Adobe Lightroom, all I did was to import my design in the Remini application. All right, so if you want to know how to do that using Remini, please check the the video description. I'm going to attach the link to that wedding ivy or to that birthday flag design, so you can watch how to enhance using the Remini application. And if you want to learn how to use the Adobe Lightroom to design to enhance your design, I'll also be dropping the link to my course below this video description. Now guys, this background is part of the background in my designers package. So what it means is that you are not going to be finding it in the Google Drive. I'm only going to be attaching the cotton, the silk, and the font in the Google Drive for this design as part of the resource file. Now if you need the background, you can find it in the designers package. And like I said in my previous tutorial, designers package for anyone outside of Nigeria is $1, but if you're in Nigeria is 1,000 naira. So do well to get a copy so that you can enhance your design journey. All right guys, thank you so much for staying till the end of this tutorial. I look forward to seeing you guys in my next tutorial. Until next time guys.